Hi, welcome to my Mathcast. The intended audience is grade 4, and the content or learning objective is to multiply 3 and 4-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers applying the standard algorithm created by Countryman. Our vocabulary we will be using is standard algorithm, partial products method, and multiply. Our first vocabulary word is standard algorithm, which means multiply the top number by the bottom number 1 digit at a time, working your way from right to left. So in this case, we have 16 times 32. So 6 times 2 is 12, so you put the 2 in the ones place, then carry the 1, which is 10, to the tens place. And then you have 10 times 2, which in this case we can think of it as 1 times 2, which is 2, plus 1, which is 3. So it's really 10 times 2, which is 20, plus 10, which is 30. So 16 times 2 is 32. The partial products method is multiplying each digit of a number in turn with each digit of another, where each digit keeps its place and you add all products. So in the example, we have 365 times 5. So first we do 5 times 5, which is 25, and then we do the 6 times 5, which is 60 times 5, which is 300, and then 5 times 3, which is really 300 times 5, which is 1,500, and then you add all your products, so 25 plus 300 plus 1,500 to get 1,825. Our final vocab word is multiply, which means to find the product of, and in this case we have 3 times 6, which equals 18, which is multiplying. And the visual we will be using is a strip diagram. Our first example is using the partial products method and standard algorithm to calculate 46 times 2. And first we will multiply 6 times 2. So 6 times 2, which equals 12. And then the 4 times 2, which is really 40 times 2 because the 4 is in the tens place, which equals 80. And then you add them together, and 2 plus 0 is 2, and 8 plus 1, or 80 plus 10, is 90. So 46 times 2 is 92. The second way we can calculate this is with the standard algorithm. And with the standard algorithm, you start in the rightmost place value, so 6 times 2, which is 12, carry the 1 for the 10, and then 4 times 2, which is 40 times 2, which is 80, or we just use the 8, plus the 1 is 9, so equals 92 again. So 46 times 2 is both 92, with both the partial products method and the standard algorithm. So now we know that this shows that with either method, you still get the same product. Our second example is a word problem. It says, to get enough money to go on a field trip, every student in a club has to raise $53 by selling chocolate bars. There are 9 students in the club. How much money does the club need to raise to go on the field trip? So let's think here. This means that we'll use a strip diagram to show the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students in the club. And then this means that every student in the club has to raise $53. So that means that one box, which stands for one student, is $53, meaning that we would add 53 plus 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 53. So we're adding 53 9 times for the 9 students because there are 9 students and they each have to raise $53. And a faster way of doing this would just be to multiply 53 times 9. So you're multiplying $53 by 9 students. And we can use the standard algorithm for this problem and calculate 3 times 9, which is 27. So put the 7 in the ones place, carry the 2 or for the 20, and then 5 times 9 or 50 times 9, which we can just use 5 times 9, which is 45, plus 2 is 47. So what does this answer mean? This answer means that there is $477 that needs to be raised because it's asking how much money does the club need to raise. So this is showing that 53 times 9, so $53 times 9 students means that $477 needs to be raised to go on the field trip. So, as we said, this shows that the club needs to raise $477 in order for all 9 students to go on the field trip. In our last example, we will use the standard algorithm to calculate 440 times 3. So first we will do 0 times 3, which is 0. And then we will next we calculate 4 times 3, which is really 40 times 3, which is, if we just use 4 times 3, we get 12. So put the 2 in the tens place and carry the 1. And then lastly, we have to do, again, 4 times 3, but then add the 1 at the end. So if we do 4 times 3, it's really 400 times 3 because the 4 is in the hundreds place. So then 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So you put 13 down, and this means that 440 times 3 is 1,320. And as seen here with the work, 440 times 3 using the standard algorithm, you find that it's 1,320. Now we know how to use the standard algorithm, how to use the partial products method, and the correlation, or how they connect with multiplication in a strip diagram, or how those connect. The resources I used were the MLC Number Frames app, the MLC Vocab app, and Engage New York for the lesson, created by Countryman.